We got a nice lake trout. Took a bad hook. It's a little bit bigger than we normally keep, but there's no problem because there's a great way to do up a bigger trout. For lunch today, we'll go into shore and light a fire. And if these big trout aren't super great for the fry pan, we can go in and hang them above a fire and pretty much smoke them. The big thing with this is to not separate the tail and leave a chunk of meat. Oh my gosh, this fish has nice meat. That's going to be so tasty for lunch on an open fire. And you flip it over, it's still attached on the tail right there. Flip it over. Do the same thing. Okay, now when you get it to there, you flip the slab out of the way and cut through this tailbone piece right here. Get the carcass, and now over a fire when we go to shore, what we're gonna do is hang a willow or some sort of piece. We can hang that right from it and cook it in the smoke of the fire and the heat, and it's like broiled trout. Or it's you know, it's kind of like smoked trout, but you're cooking it fast, so it gets crispy and crunchy and it's charred, and it's just an amazing lunch. And all those fats are gonna keep us energized out here to catch more trout. So we say thank you to that fish for lunch. Well, we're on shore now and it's time for lunch. So we found this bald rock that's exposed because it's hard. There's 4 feet, 5 feet of snow. So if you try and light a fire on it anywhere, it's just gonna sink down and disappear and go out. So we found this convenient point that had a nice rock that we can cook up our trout on. So all we do is you have it still V'd like this. Got a nice willow switch right here. I'm gonna dig it down in the snow and just hang this off of it like that. That's all you're gonna do, and put that right in the heat. It's such a simple way to cook trout up out here. You don't need a fry pan. You don't need to slap it all up and season it. The fire is gonna be our seasoning, and the stick is gonna be our fry pan. So really deep snow. I gotta find somewhere that holds. Right there. I'm gonna hang the trout off of this V I left in it. And then I'm just gonna figure out the exact right spot. Now, it's right in the heat of the fire, blowing all the heat right at it. It's basically in a broiler, but it still is kind of in a smoker. And trout's been cooked like this for thousands of years by people in this area and people north of here. You know, you could prepare 100 fish like this and eat them all summer long if they were smoked and cured, or all winter long. So it's already dripping. There's already grease starting to come out of it from the heat. It's gonna be a good lunch. Wow. That's good. Oh yeah, that trout's perfect. It's so firm. The texture right here, it's like charred and crispy at the bottom. The top up towards the tail where it's a little bit thinner is less done. And down here is like rock hard, perfectly broiled. So we got a little plate of spruce boughs down here to put the trout on. Oh, it just fell right apart. That's how you know it's ready, when it falls apart. Let's try and salvage this here. Oh, look at that. You can tell it's totally ready. Just flakes right off. Beautiful, juicy meat. Oh, it's crunchy, smoky. It's broiled, it's fatty, it's juicy. That's a lunch fit for kings and queens out here. Beauty.
Buddy, this looks unbelievable.
Nothing better than a lunch with tea, freshly caught lake trout.
Right.
How is it?
Caught an hour ago. Absolutely delicious.
Oh,
I love that crispiness.
yeah. It's broiled, but it's still smoky. It's got like a nice crunch to it. And you still get all those oils, you know, like your fingers after. Right.
That's your trout oil.
Yeah.
That's why it's nice to have like a, I don't know, 7-8 pounder like that one was. A little bit more fatty. I think it cooks better on the fire.
It does, and if you cook it in a pan, a big trout like that, it's gonna be a bit more fishy. The oil flavor is gonna come out and it's not gonna be as nice of a flavor.
Yep.
But the smoke takes that away and it actually works for the flavor.
For sure. I can't believe what smoke like this meat inherited. Like you can taste it, man.
Yeah.
That is absolutely delicious.
I'm gonna have to save some for other people here. We're gonna eat it all.
Wow.
Best part is the bones too kind of disintegrate. Like you can actually eat the bones.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about big trout bones. They just actually dissolve.
So good. So good. Wow. Everything about this, the fishing, the meal.
Nice fire.
Nice fire. It's nice to take a little break midday, you know.
Yeah.
Sit there staring at your graph all day waiting for a trout to swim by. It's nice to take a little break and come to shore, have a fire, warm up, cook some delicious fish. But if you've never tried that, no seasonings, no nothing. Literally just smoke, cook it over a open fire and you're eating good.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
the most organic way to eat these beautiful fish we love to catch.
For sure, man. Absolutely. Well, let's take a couple more bites, and I think there's going to be a couple more trout for us to catch after our little midday break here.
That's it.
Hopefully it'll be a good evening.
Yeah.